So as I'm filming this, there's only 47 days left of the year. I'm going to tell you how we are going to transform our lives before 2025. We got 6 weeks and it's time to lock in. If you're new here, my name is Seriah. I create productivity, lifestyle, all that good stuff, self-improvement content on here. If you like that stuff, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, what are you waiting for? We're a fam. I love my subscribers, okay? Now that that's out the way, let's jump in. I got my notes here on my iPad. Vision board on the back already. Oh, review those vision boards from the beginning of the year or make a new one. First thing we are going to work on is our routine. If you're anything like me, you like structure but not too much structure. We are going to rebuild our routines. That means our morning routine, our night routine, we are going to rebuild or refresh. Or if you like your routines, just start following them again if you haven't been. And if you don't have one, what are you doing? Make your routine, okay? I am starting to love the Notes app. Today I was actually going to film a what's on my iPhone video because I know some of you guys have been asking for that. I'm still gonna film it, but I'm just not ready yet, so that's why we're doing this video. I've been using the Notes app. Yo, I love it. It's simple, it's easy. I do have a page on my Notion for my routines, but for like day-to-day, just checklists, I use the Notes app. We need to get that together because that's the foundation of our day. So just create a quick list of habits and things that you want to do in your morning routine. My morning routine is 2 hours, 3 hours if I am working on my goals in the morning. I know that's a long time. Adjust it to what works for you. I would say some of the things that I would definitely incorporate in a morning routine is movement, even if it's just stretching, some type of spirituality practice, praying, affirmations, meditation. I have to do meditation. The way my brain is set up right now,
meditation is a must.
Even if it's just 5 minutes, learning to breathe, which I need to do right now because I have no breath. Sit in silence and let your thoughts pass you by without reacting to them. The next routine you're gonna set up is your daily routine. Making sure that you have some type of routine or structure in your day. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can do time blocks, you can do theme days, anything. If you work, obviously you put in your work schedule first and then plan around that, setting up some type of daily routine so that we can get our goals done, get our habits in there, all of those things. Next, we're gonna work on our weekly reset routine. This is also really important because for me, when I don't do a weekly reset routine,
my life is madness.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be working on. Just starting the week with like a clean room, a clean house, fresh laundry, like it's just unmatched. So create a weekly reset routine. I have one too. Again, on the Notes app. It has been hard to get into the habit of doing it. I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. Get in the habit of at least checking your list. That kind of goes hand in hand with a monthly reset routine. So just come up with these routines and then slowly start working on them. But these are the routines that I would start to set up first. Next thing we are going to work on is our mindset. I'm not gonna lie, this year has been like one of the most challenging years. My mindset has been through a lot. We need to build it back up. Starting with the way that we talk to ourselves. Some things you can do is listen to affirmations.
And I forgot, bro. Oh my gosh.
I made digital affirmation cards. They're on my Etsy, they're on my link in bio, and I will leave them linked down below. But affirmations is another way to improve your mindset, improve the way you speak to yourself, and just telling yourself, like, let's say you come up with a negative thought or say something negative about yourself, you can flip it with one of these affirmations. And I made affirmations for all different aspects of life. For my YouTube fam, I'm going to give you guys a percentage off if you want to get them. I printed these out, but they are digital. You can print yours out also. You can use this code for a percentage off, and this code will also be in the description box, but make sure you get these. I'm gonna make an affirmation wall in my room and hang them up so I can just look at them. Another thing I really recommend you doing if you aren't already is getting into some form of manifestation. I've been watching a lot of manifestation videos lately, learning more about the law of assumption. I wrote down the things I want to manifest. I put the date of when I wrote it and I put check mark because I'm going to check every single one of those things off.
I don't know when,
but I know what's gonna happen. That's the mindset shift that I need all of us to have. So we are going into 2025 a different person. We are going to have a better outlook on life. We are going to manifest positive experiences for ourselves, even if we're going through
shit.
we are going to start scripting. We are going to start practicing gratitude every single day. When I wake up every single day, I pray and I say things that I'm grateful for. And then while I say things that I'm grateful for that I already see, I start to say things that I'm grateful for that I don't see yet, but they're manifesting into my life. We're gonna visualize it, and we're gonna do this daily from here on out, okay? And then confidence is gonna come along with that. I just see it as like believing in myself, doing things out of my comfort zone. You cannot achieve great success without confidence in yourself. We gotta work on these finances, honey.
Oh my God!
Lord knows finances is tight. We are manifesting more finances in our life, so we're not going to focus on our current situation. We're not going to put energy to it. The only thing we're going to put energy to is what we want. Creating a budget if you don't already have one. I use the app Monarch to budget. Love that app so much. It does everything for me. I was tired of going through all of my transactions manually, adding it up. We ain't got time for that. I don't know where the time is going, but I don't got time for that. I connect all my credit cards, my bank accounts to the app. I was scared to do it at first, but it's been great. Another thing I do, I write my bills out on a notebook. Simple way, super easy, love it. My mom put me onto this. That's a simple way of doing it, but I prefer digital. I just use the notebook method for bills that like necessities and things like that. We are going to start increasing our income. So that means getting more side gigs. If you have a job already, if you're looking for a job like I am
Constantly.
then we are going to be applying to things. I know the market is like crazy right now. We are going to continue because we're not stopping until we what? Until we get what we want. What we need, whatever, so be it. Just find just one different way that you can make extra income. I don't care if that is doing DoorDash. I don't care if that is doing Uber, renting out a room in your house, letting people use your car. Me, I don't know if I can do that, but it's a good way to make extra money if you need. So what I did is I write out all my financial goals, and then I just start listing out different income streams, different things I can do to make my goal income. Like one thing I've started is testing out care.com, which is like pet sitting, caregiver, babysitting. Find your thing and just find one extra way to make extra income before 2025. And then we build from there. Next thing we are going to do is build up our savings. If you don't already have, make sure you have an emergency fund. You want to make sure your emergency fund is in a high-yield savings account. I use Wealthfront, link down below in the description if you guys want to sign up. If you sign up under my code, you get an extra 0.5% interest. I also changed my banks. I used to have Chase. I had Chase since I opened a bank account, so for years. Then I found Capital One. Pays you interest on your checking and your savings account. And their interest, I believe, is like 4.1 or 4.25%. Capital One better sponsor me, okay? Because I could talk about them all day. I am working on rebuilding my emergency fund, but if you don't have one already, please make one. And please make one in a high interest savings account. I owe all of this knowledge, or most of it, one, to my mom, but two, I read the book I Will Teach You to Get Rich. 10 out of 10. Love that book. It's so good. And the audiobook is on YouTube for free.
Don't let them know I told you that.
I listened to it on Audible though. If you haven't already, read that book. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna build up those emergency funds, and then we're going to work on our investments. Put $5 in if that's all you have. Time goes on. I'm not the type to be like, oh, it didn't happen in 2024, I'm a failure. Like, no. We're gonna continue on 2025. Those are just some of the ways that we are going to get our finances together, okay? Moving on to our environment. We're gonna clean our car, we're gonna organize our car. Next thing you wanna do is start working on decluttering your clothes. Especially your summer clothes, whatever you didn't wear over the summer, get rid of it. If you don't see yourself wearing it, you don't like it, whatever. If it doesn't look right on you, just let it go. That's the thing that I learned. I don't buy clothes anymore unless they fit me perfectly. So I always used to think like, oh, I can make it work. I can make it work. Like, no, you cannot. At this point, if it don't fit, if it don't look right, and if I don't see myself tailoring it, we're not buying it. But you want to get that settled, especially like before the new year, so you're bringing in the new year kind of fresh and not with all these old things, clutter and things like that. So we're getting back on track with our health, our fitness, starting off with building a workout routine. If you don't have one already, it's time to sit down and write out a workout routine. Write out something realistic. If you're not working out right now, don't write down you're about to go to the gym 5 days a week.
Because you're not going to go at all.
If you're not working out at all, put down once a week. Start with just 10 minutes. then bump it up to 20, then bump it up to 30. Once you're at 30, start doing 2 days a week. Slow progress, guys. Cannot stress that enough. That's something that I've really been learning this year too. Slow progress is better than trying to be perfect all at once and then just derailing and basically not getting nowhere because you stopped. I just started doing like a step class, the stepper. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I love that class. Find some classes that you like to go to. So just keep it simple. You don't have to go all out. Like what I tell myself on days I don't feel like doing anything, I'm just gonna do a 10-minute YouTube workout. Or if I'm really feeling real bad, then today's workout is gonna be yoga. Next, we're gonna build out our eating schedule. Make a meal plan. I do this on my notes app too. I have meals for the week that I want to plan, and then I also have a list of my go-to meals, and then here at the bottom I have a grocery list that I just use in rotation every single week, so I'm not constantly writing a new list every time I need to go to the grocery store. Another thing I want to do is start writing out alternatives to foods that I know I need to cut out. You're gonna go back to eating it. If you don't have nothing to replace it with, there's no such thing as perfection. You're gonna slip up, it's okay. The first thing you can do is write down your grocery list. Make sure you have that and write out a meal plan for yourself for like healthy eating. Just start there. Quickly, we're going to get into our relationships. So for me, I don't know about y'all, the hard part about relationships is maintaining them. This year has been really hard with maintaining friendships because of my job situation, because of me trying to save as much money as I can and not
spend all my savings.
I had to prioritize my finances, unfortunately. So that meant saying no to going out. I realized that I don't want friendships where it's just like the only time we can bond or the only time we can spend time together or hang out is if we have to go out and spend money and do things. Like, yes, I want to do those things too, but just not every single time. I would say a FaceTime call goes a long way. I feel like it's more personal, like I can see you checking in. That's really important too. But another thing you can do with your relationships, especially if you're trying to save money, find things that you can do that you normally would do on your day-to-day basis, but just add a friend into it. Watching a show that you were gonna watch by yourself, invite somebody over to watch it with you. Second to last thing we're going to work on is our physical appearance. Whether it is your skincare routine, the more simple the better. I like to use one main active product, a face wash, and a lotion. Maybe I should be doing the 10 steps because my skin has kind of been rough this year. This is a good time to go through your makeup and maybe get some new makeup products. When you look good, you feel good. Another thing that's important with your physical appearance, aesthetic wise, whatever, is clothes. We already went through our clothes. We got rid of things we don't need. Now we're going to build up our capsule wardrobe. I have a list on Notion. Of course, I got a list for everything. Make a list of different items that you need in your winter capsule wardrobe and just start buying those things like periodically, whatever works for you. So the last thing we're going to do is try to incorporate more fun into our lives. I think this is really important, especially during the winter months, y'all. It's just always nice to have something to look forward to, even if it's something small, like watching a movie with family or friends, or like this day I know I'm going to buy myself this. If you want, you can start one new hobby for the end of the year. A lot of people have been doing like crochet and stuff lately, especially now that it's getting darker. So maybe during that time you take a break and you work on your hobby or do something fun that has nothing to do with work, nothing to do with goals. Like another thing we can do is make a nice little winter bucket list for yourself. Put some things on there that you never did for the winter that you might want to do. It can be as simple as baking cookies or like decorating cookies. I've never been ice skating before. I think it was last year I was learning how to roller skate. So that's one thing on my list. If there's only one thing you can do from each of these, then just do one thing for now. And sometimes your best is just getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, drinking some water, eating, and that's it. And then also a disclaimer too, I wanted to make this video just for us to improve our lives. This is not to add extra pressure. You can do this whenever. So all the products that I mentioned in this video and things that I mentioned is always going to be linked down below in my description box. Make sure you subscribe, like this video if you haven't already, follow me on all my other socials, comment down below, or just leave me a heart if you made it to the end. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.